Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Eicher, and today we're going to be talking about zombies. So you may ask, why zombies? This class is all about defining life, and one way to do that is by looking at what's around us. So zombies aren't literally around us, but in media, they're in all sorts of movies, video games, shows. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of zombie-related movies, games, and shows. So, like I said, we are trying to figure out what the definition of life is. So by looking at this interesting topic, we're going to look at just that. So to go back to my main point, no, I do not think that zombies should be considered alive. I think I will show you why, but zombies are not living things. Not only because they're not real, but if zombies were to be real, they shouldn't be considered alive. So first I'm going to look at the actual definition of a zombie. So this has come up with much research from blogs, and it's a lot of opinion articles, but basically what I gathered from different shows and movies and everything that we have today in reference to zombies I looked at. The biggest thing I used was biologicalexceptionsblogspot.com, which was very helpful. But after all that research, I came up with 3 main types of zombies. So type 1 is where the human gets hijacked. So technically the person is alive and they get bitten by a zombie or somehow get infected by a zombie, and through that they become a corpse and the zombie infection takes over their body. So technically they are living when they become a zombie, and this is the one that becomes tricky because they never die. So the second type is where human gets killed by the infection. So just like the first one, the human gets bitten by a zombie or is infected somehow, but the infection kills them, and then from that the infection takes over their cells, and then the person becomes a zombie. So technically they do die before they become a zombie. And then the third type, this is what I thought like all zombies were, but I have very little zombie knowledge. But this is where the dead rises again. So someone dies, goes in a grave, and then later on they come out of the grave as a corpse, and they are a zombie. And that's pretty much it for that one. So by looking at these 3 types, it's pretty obvious that the second 2, the person's dead, and then they become a zombie. So that's pretty easy to argue that, zombies aren't alive, but it's the first type that kind of makes it tricky, because I think from a lot of shows that I've seen in recent years, that's the more common type, where the person gets hijacked but they technically aren't dead. So this class comes into play because we are looking at defining life. So by looking at the 4 different disciplines, humanities, arts, social science, natural sciences, we look at what defines life and if the zombies agree with this. So first we'll look at natural sciences. You guys are all familiar with the 7 necessities of life. So I kind of went through the best I could with the information I had on zombies and kind of tried to figure out which ones they had, which ones they didn't. So cells, yes, zombies have cells. They were at some point a human or are a human, I don't really know, but they have cells. And going along with that organization of cells, they aren't just a blob, they're a thing. So yes, they have that too. Growth. From what I gathered, no. You don't become a baby zombie and a teenager zombie and an adult zombie, as far as I know. And so, no, they don't have growth. They don't grow. They just stay as they were infected. Energy, yes, they move. They have energy. Reproduction. This is a tricky one because you could say that, yes, they reproduce by fighting and infecting other people, but they don't have sexual reproduction or asexual reproduction, so I included in that. Adaptation. No, that one was kind of tricky too. They don't necessarily adapt to their surroundings or evolve. They kind of just are what they are. Response, yes, they respond to different people, to other surroundings around them. They bite people. They want them to be zombies. Okay, so the next one is social sciences. So the biggest thing that we've talked about in this class for social sciences is quality of life. Zombies, I would have to say, do not have a good quality of life. The main predictor that we've learned so far in most studies is that the main predictor is quality relationships that lead to happiness and quality of life. So I got this quote from the movie Warm Bodies. I don't know if anyone's seen it. It's about a zombie. And it's like the first scene, he's walking through, just seeing all of his zombie surrounding people, and he says, "What's wrong with me? I just want to connect. Why can't I connect with people? All right, it's because I'm dead. I shouldn't be so hard on myself. I mean, we're all dead. This girl is dead, that guy is dead, the guy in the corner is definitely dead. Jesus, these guys look awful." So that just kind of shows that he doesn't even like his life very much, and that's not a very good life to lead if you're always just wanting to connect with people and do that. The next one is humanities, and when I think of humanities, I immediately think of culture. Our society today definitely has a zombie culture because everyone loves zombies, apparently, but in themselves, I would say they do not have culture. But let's look at the definition. It says, complex concept that includes knowledge, beliefs, art, law, morals, custom, and any other capabilities acquired by humans as members of society. The zombies aren't members of society, as far as I know, and all of these zombies don't have morals, they don't have customs, you don't see them sitting around for Christmas dinner, and just all these different aspects of culture that we have that make life so important. They don't have that. So, do they have culture? I would say no. And then the last form is arts. So like I said, our society, excuse me, today has a lot of zombie culture, and we enjoy the shows and the video games and the movies. It's a huge thing. There's some of them like The Walking Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Warm Bodies, 28 Days Later. But the zombies aren't the ones enjoying this, we are. So they may be a part of it, but they don't get to enjoy these arts and these shows and all the things that they make. But they don't see it like that. They're just fighting to survive and to live and to infect more people. So overall, like I said, zombies should not be considered alive. They don't meet the 4 aspects that we talk about in this whole class, and those are pretty important since we have a whole class on it. Even just looking at the 7 necessities of life in the natural sciences, they don't meet all of those, which is a big deal. You may enjoy zombies, but overall,